Therese Gibson is joining me now. Karen's taking a little break, and we wanted to get you an update on what's happening. As Alexander just mentioned, a lot of this rainfall is going to be centered closer to Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
We caught up with a popular figure who led the federal response after Hurricane Katrina up there. Let's take a live look at what's happening in Baton Rouge along the Mississippi River there. You can see in that live picture, winds are not crazy gusty at this point. It looks like, you know, they've got some steady winds, and I know that they've had some rainfall on and off throughout the day, just like we've had here in the metropolitan New Orleans area. But Evan Koslov is with one of our sister stations, and he's here helping us out with our hurricane coverage, tropical storm coverage, I should say. He talked to retired General Russel Honoré about his concerns about Barry, his evaluation of the government response so far, and what he says people should be doing.
My biggest concern is the ongoing surge water that's moving along the coast, particularly on the North Shore. That is going to set up for a secondary disaster when the rain starts falling, because as we speak, all the tributaries in the Lake Pontchartrain on the north side are taking water. And when the rain starts falling and it goes toward those tributaries, there's no way for it to go. Then the water will back up in places we had not seen before. The wind doesn't bother me as much, other than the wind will cut the lights out. Sustained 55 to 75 mile an hour winds will turn the lights out in South Louisiana. And when you lose electricity, that is a disaster into itself. You can take, particularly in our metropolitan areas, where you have tall buildings and buildings and large hotels full of people that don't have generators, or apartment complexes, multi-stories with elderly living in them. When you lose power, within 36 hours, you got a disaster. And we already see thousands of people in South Louisiana without power. And of course, the next is the rainwater. That is going to have a significant impact, and we'll probably see flooding in places we had not seen before.
How does this storm compare to some of the other storms we've seen in the last couple decades here?
Well, it's a lot like the little storm we had a few years ago, Irene, I think it was. They concentrated on top of Plaquemine Parish. The microburst we had in 2016, a no-name storm where it dumped 24 inches. And it gave me nightmares of it could be a Harvey. Come and stay a day or so. Right now, all the indications and the forecasts, it's going to slowly move through and drop between a foot or 2 foot of water in some places. And when our tributaries already backed up, there's no place for water to go. The Mississippi River is loaded, so all the tributaries that go to the Mississippi River, they're all backed up. There's no place for the water to go, and we cannot handle the volume. It reminds us that we need to move on with updating our drainage system, and we have some good programs going on with the COMET, but we still got a lot of work to do in north part of East Baton Rouge Parish to improve those canals in the drainage system.
Last question, what's your message to the folks of Southern Louisiana?
Listen to your local political leaders. Listen to them regardless of what people like me say. Listen to your local political leaders, because they are ultimately responsible for your, to give you the information you need. But plan on losing electricity within the next 3 to 5 hours. Plan on it.